Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, Plays of Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. We're gonna do a daily. We might have done a daily with our last episode as well, but the daily sucked. It was a bad daily. It was a stop that daily. It was International Do Nothing Day, and I wish I had taken the advice as literally as the developers did. We're Kane. This one goes to the Cathedral. Sorry, well, Shoal, technically. Actually, streamer, it goes to Shoal. Let me see here. I'm kind of in a, not a weird spot, but I'm in a spot that's already a little bit of a puzzle box, shall we say. We should probably open with this secret. I am an idiot. I was like, I'm gonna place that bomb in such a way that I also get the tinted rock. And then I did not get the tinted rock. Okay, it's not so bad. I think we should actually go to our curse room. And I'm very, like, extremely thankful, even more so than average, to see a demon heart in there. Which allows us to get potentially one, well, we'll definitely get one spirit, or one red heart out of our prayer card on this floor. We might be lucky enough, oh, excuse me, sir. We might be lucky enough to get two. We're gonna need a battery charge, though, but a battery charge is actually not that unlikely. Mostly because we have 16 cents a minute into the run, so a shop is like very much within the realm of real possibility. It's also my favorite Baldur's Gate expansion, the realm of real possibility. That's a second secret room almost guaranteed, and oh lord, we'll use a bomb. It's like unfathomable that we wouldn't get a bomb back. I forgot we don't even spend a key. Help. Hey. We don't even spend a key to open a golden chest because we're Kane. Two of clubs. You miss out on an arcade, but you make your life so much easier, I think, if you take a Steam sale there, that I think that that's a shrewd move. On a run that was not a daily, it would be a gosh darn given to use two of clubs here. Yep, and it would have been the right call. Would have placed a single bomb and destroyed Duke of Flies. Instead, I'm trying to up my consumable bonus, repeating of course, and we'll just take our HP and get the heck out of here. Really good first floor. I mean, we got HP, speed, didn't get any extra damage, but I mean, Steam Sale is a lovely item. We do need to play a little bit prayer card as well. We actually got 2 HP now that I think about it, but we do have to play pretty smart here. Because if we miss out on a deal with the devil, cancel Christmas. And by cancel Christmas, I mean, like, it's a weird thing to say in January, because the threat is not really that dangerous, considering that Christmas is recently passed is the thing, but what I'm trying to say is, you know, I actually think, it would be bad, is what I'm trying to say. I actually, ooh, almost got frozen there. Almost got my ankles broken by the Steph Curry of enemies. Maybe we should use two of clubs to get a tinted rock. You know, it's part of the inherent zane of a daily that you have a different strategy than you do on a normal run. But this might be like demonstrably the right decision. Sure, two of clubs could be better later, but you know, if, oh, never mind, it's all good. You know, we're emptying out our 401k to buy a jet ski if we pop two of clubs, which could be sick if we become like a pro jet skier. Is that a lucrative field? Look, I don't really have the authority to say. You know, have you seen my job? I don't really get to make fun of other people. Yeah, get a real job, jet skier. I'm over here playing the same indie game from 6 years ago. Spilled milk is largely pretty bad, but it is in a, you know, any port in a storm, I guess. It's a modest tears upgrade after you get hit once. If we get backpack plus IV bag or dull razor, everyone's favorite pseudo sequel to Hellraiser, there's like a chance that it's not worth nothing, but it's probably not worth very much. Feels like a second secret room. This floor has been great so far. We can actually play a blood bank, so I'm absolutely going to take the opportunity to do so here. And we got IV bag. At the very least, it's a lot of keys and it's a lot of money. And we can get some red hearts to get back. But this is potentially the floor where we really make, like, huge inroads here. So I'm happy to see it. Sure, let's try some 7-cent items. Broken watch and the battery. The battery is good. You can make that work as, you can make that work with prayer card is what I mean to suggest. You think this is a secret room? I think this is a secret room. It's a secret room. I mean, we sort of have to. I don't really want to use 2 of clubs here, but I see the value. We got sack of pennies. Okay, I'm pleased enough with this. We still haven't upped our damage at all, so I wouldn't say we're in a dangerous spot, but it could be less dangerous. And then I'm gonna play this guy, and I'm gonna hope that he gives me a payout faster than you would expect. A crooked penny. Oh lord. So instantly that's 1 HP up. There's no more battery charges available? Nah. And I think we'll take crooked penny with us. I love prayer card, but I love it most early on. Like, that's when it gives you the best advantage, without a doubt. So, I'm very glad I picked up a little bit of HP, mostly just for peace of mind as we kind of approach a boss that has a tendency to be a little annoying. So this run has the potential, I think, to leave me way ahead of the average on the pack here. I think a lot of people probably will not have gone through the same methodology that I went through. And moreover, like, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but having the wherewithal, and by wherewithal, it's really just a fancy bougie word for testicular fortitude, to pop crooked penny on that prayer card. You know, I think that puts us in a very small class, I guess. It would be amazing to get some damage up right now. PJs are fine. I'm not a huge fan of 1 HP deals with the devil, but let's see. Multidimensional baby. Little delirium. It could be worse. Usually you get a half-decent familiar some of the time. And we're a little bit behind schedule, so I just want to go faster here. And we're going to exhaust all of our red hearts to pick up a little bit more money. And I think we'll save all of this money till the next floor, where we presumably will not have a Curse of the Blind. But this is a great situation right now. Let me take a moment to remind you as well as myself that what do you do on a cathedral run? On a cathedral run, aka a shoal run, you do want to fight delirium. So we definitely want to fight Hush. This is gearing up to be, you know, about as long as a daily can get. With unfortunately lower points, but it's not really unfortunately lower points because everybody's in the same boat, you know? It's like complaining that a golf course is really hard if everybody's on the same page. Power pill. You know, it's not like Tiger Woods is playing on the kiddie golf course. And Phil Mickelson's got to be on Augusta. See, I know the name of a golf course. I know the name of 2 golf courses. Don't forget about St. Andrews. You'd be a golfer in St. Andrews fine. I don't even know who these references are for at this point. It's a reference to the song St. Elmo's Fire, which I only know from endlessly watching WKRP in Cincinnati as like an 11-year-old. And they used to, back in the day, they used to have ads on TV that were like, compilation CDs, the best of the 1980s. Bring me some higher love, Scooby-Doo-Boop-Boop-Boop. You know, that's true. That song was not invented for the GTA 5 soundtrack. I know it's hard to believe. We gotta speed up. And, again, we didn't really do much in the speed up camp. Oh, thank you. 3rd level little delirium meat boy. We didn't do much in the speeding up camp on the last floor. We improved, and our HP is testament to that. We gotta deal with the Devil Precedent, which is excellent. I don't know what we're gonna do with our, with Crooked Penny. There's always the chance that turns out as a, you know, catastrophic failure. Guess we'll just have to evaluate it at the time. You definitely want Sackhead. You don't even try to roll the dice on this one. You get a rules card. Chubb dislikes smoke. But long time no see. It's very nostalgic. Thank you. I just don't think there's anything we can do with this, unfortunately. So we'll hold it. We could always use it for, like, free deals with the devil. Attempting to get free deals with the devil. But I think it's best at getting, like, deals with the devil that we don't necessarily want that much. Because it's a little too risky to try it on anything else. We're actually, now that it appears we're probably heading directly towards our boss room, I'm not that concerned about our timing. We'll skip a little bit of your detritus on this floor. The sun, justice, we'll pop justice. We do have a little problem, consumably speaking, because every time we pick up a penny, there's like a 1/3 chance that we actually get a sack along with it, and then that sack comes with more pennies inside of it, and then, of course, beyond that, we also have battery charges coming out of those, and the battery charges, you know, they charge up an item that can double consumable drops on the ground as well. So we got like a whole host of problems is not the right word. It's really we're suffering from success right now, like DJ Khaled. It's like we got a surplus of opportunities. Alright, so little Chad is not immediately useful, but if we find a bunch of blood... Oh, my lord. A bunch of blood banks in the future might be a hill worth picking up here. And what do we get in here? Little Krampus. You were being destroyed by something. It was it was an accidental Hushy. Wow, that's extremely lucky. Alright, we're 1 minute behind schedule now, down to the next floor. Pop the sun card on this floor for sure. This is the most confident I've felt on a daily in a long, long time. I feel like... I'm not saying I'm the best, but we all know it. I mean, actions speak louder than words. No, I'm not saying I'm the best. But what I am sort of doing as I look at this run is going, how do you get better? Admittedly, probably actually using Crooked Penny. I wasn't going to use those cards anyway. But still does burn me up a little bit. So there's no point in... There's no point... There's no point in teleporting out. Anansu's rune is great, but we want to keep the... Oh, no arcade. We want to keep the Joker card just in case we do get a deal with the devil on this floor anyway. And Secret Room is going to allow us to get into Boss Trap, but we gotta speed up. I know I keep... It's like the middle of any daily is always just me endlessly being like, oh, we're fine on time. No, we're not. Oh, yeah, no, it turns out like if we really rush here, we can probably... No, we can't. You know, it's just that over and over and over. I'm cognizant of that, but, you know, I just want you to know I come by it honestly. You know, it's what's predominantly on my mind at any given moment in a daily run is like, are we good to go? No, sorry. It's just... The Crooked Penny is zanier, if I could ever figure out how to actually use it properly. And that does, I'm unhappy to see it in some ways, but I'm happy to see it in others. I'm unhappy to see the D100, because it does mean, if someone's got, you know, brass bowls, if you know what I mean. That was not an awkward pause, I just had a coffee burp, which is awkward for me, because I have to smell my own stomach, but you get the idea. If someone has more cojones than me, they might be able to use that to leverage to get an incredible high damage, you know, go F yourself sort of run, but I'm not living that life. I got this Omega Penny that you can use for things. I remember. You open a chest and then you use Omega Penny, and then I think at some point, I can't remember, but I believe everybody walks the dinosaur. Hey, go faster. You're doing all these rooms that... you're suffering from success, DJ Khaled style. You don't need to fight every single enemy on every single floor when you're behind schedule. When you're ahead of schedule, have at it, my friend. When you're behind schedule, just get a freaking move on. Very satisfying. Hit that shop up real quick. This is fine, because if he drops a bunch of pennies, you know, we gain. Why's our range so bad? Is Kane's range normally this bad? Strength. It never ends. It just never, like, we're gonna hit max consumables. We have to see what's in here. And I think we have to open it. And we have just done nothing to make this worth our time. This is actually potentially a moment of truth, because I'm very, very tempted to just bounce out of this room via the Joker card. And it's the right decision if we don't get a deal with the devil, which we're not likely to get. But if we do get a deal with the devil, it's so wrong. And, you know, one deal with the devil that's amazing is all you need, you know? It's like getting your big break in the media industry or something like that. Not that I would know, but I imagine, you know, if you're performing in a play and then, you know, Guffman's there, he likes your performance, you're kind of off to the races, you know, the ball's in your court for once. No. But this is like... All I'm saying is all we need is one mom's knife, one brimstone. Some people wait forever for a moment like this. I can't believe we're gonna be like a full floor behind schedule. I might be an idiot. Okay, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Don't worry about it too much. It's just like, it's the fact that we have base damage. Our consumable game is just off the charts, but we have base damage. But you know what you do to compensate for that? You know, I don't love to spend consumables. I'm a little spendthrift when it comes to these, but it's gotta be done, it's gotta be done. We'll put a little juice down here. Hey, Dry Baby, you're not really the best familiar for us to have right now. I'm not trying to insult you, right? Yeah, okay, BBF, much better. Could be better if it was BB-8, but I'll take BBF, that's fine. Okay, way behind schedule. That's a damage upgrade, I love it. We'll take a Guppy item for free, we'll get the heck out of town. Even just getting this modest damage upgrade has me more excited than you would expect. Probably. And we just, essentially at this point we have to rush. We're 2 floors behind schedule, we're gonna get a deal with the devil on the next floor. Go as fast as you can, and you'll notice there's a little classic Northernlionism happening right here. The closer I am to missing boss rush, the faster I start to talk. So the best thing we can do is relax, you know? We got something like 180 seconds. Sister Maggie, that's highly worth it. The stars. Not good on this floor. Unless we have to backtrack. But on a future floor, like the next floor, this might be able to get us a little bit of a shortcut to the boss room. That's probably a free Dry Baby. Well worth taking. We gotta keep opening these, because if they give us, I mean, 2 of clubs is obviously not the best time to use that, but, we have to keep opening them, because they give us an Emperor card, we're back in the race here. So now I can see how you could beat me on this run. I think I've come to that conclusion. So many curses of blinds, man. Blue map. Hey, blue map. I don't even mind the damage there. I'm very happy to see blue map. And bomb bag, to be like 100% real with you. I don't care about this other stuff. Just make sure I get the penny. It's not a luck upgrade? Okay. Oh, that was just really bad. So blue map has us looking in this direction. It's fine. Slow, but fine. It is looking increasingly unlikely, but I'm telling you, dude, one card. Oh, but there's a tinted rock. Ah, this kills me inside. And possibly outside. It's small rock. We need it. We need the damage. Don't tell me I've gone in the wrong direction. If I've gone in the wrong direction, the only way out for us is Mama Mega, so I would be very disappointed. In theory, there's a chance. Yeah, well, in theory, we evolved from apes, and my grandpa's no monkey, so whatever you say, Mr. Capital T Theory Man. Alright, so we got a great chance of a deal with the devil. That was not my best move. Hey, could you stay still for 2 milliseconds? I'm very upset with you, to be honest. That double dry baby. What? Thank you, Delirium. We did get a deal. Speedball. Oh, man, we have a minute. That's not enough time. Dead cat, let's go. Goat head. Ah, bad timing. Should have taken those in inverse order, but how are we supposed to know, man? How are we supposed to know? Yeah. Spider Babby. It's like completely irrelevant. Do you structure the dailies like this? I'm not trying to be rude. Hey, pretty girl, I'm feeling you. It's like tiers upgrades are impossible to get in this day and age. Like, was there a run on tiers upgrades? I don't understand. Have the tiers upgrades all been sold out of the code factory? I know I'm taking damage. You think I'm proud of this? I'm not proud of this. Now, we're at a point where we should slow down, because we can't even beat Mom fast enough, so... Take Humbling Bundle. Take Mystery Gift. Use it. Pop deck of cards. Oh, it's the moon. Amazing. I wonder where the secret room is. I could... No freaking idea. Doesn't matter. Alright. We can relax now, at least. And we can focus on where we're going on this run. I'm not upset. Really. I don't get upset by video games for the most part. I find myself mildly annoyed. I do think that, and this, really, I only go down this tangent when I've had a bunch of kind of like anemic runs in a row. I don't think the boosters are bad. I think it's cool that the boosters exist. I do also think that what they've done, to some extent, is shift the balance of the game slightly more away from items that are fundamentally strong, you know, like, hey, here's a damage up, here's a tears up, and more towards, hey, here's an item, creates a broccoli fractal every time you press the space bar, and, you know, it creates a nice little visual effect on the screen, but in the end, it's like, it doesn't really give you that much benefit. And that's cool. I'm glad that there's more items like that. I don't want to call them novelty items, mostly because if I ever say the word novel, everybody in chat goes, ha ha ha, he said the word. You know, it's the enemy of discourse, but regardless of that, we're not really going down that road. But at the same time, I feel like it's somewhat compromised the American dream of Isaac, which is if you just live long enough, play relatively well, you got a genuine chance to get yourself the damage necessary to succeed and thrive on a run. And mind you, again, I just want to point out, we are still fine on this run. No moon. Space station. Sounds like the name of a board game. No Moon Space Station. From publisher that didn't exist 2 years ago, it's the Han Solo trivia game. Doesn't do anything for us. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just being grumpy because the last 2 dailies have been a little wonky. Well, I mean, you could call it bad news or you can call it good news. You can call it good news for people who love bad news. We're probably not gonna make the Hush fight either. That bums me out, because I was like, I just want to see if it actually works, and it didn't. We have been to our shop. Yeah, well, we might make the Hush fight. I don't really want to fight Hush with this run, but we may indeed make it. Stay away from me, please. We have Goat Head, so we don't need to worry so much about a deal with the devil. It's just, it bums me out the most because I skipped the D100. So I don't have anybody to blame but myself, and that's the part that burns me up the most. You know, but this is like going to college, getting your 4-year degree, and your friend is like, hey, I want to go to Coachella, and you're like, nah, I gotta do my studies. All of a sudden, 10 years later, you know, your friend is at the top of the corporate ladder and you're not, and you're like, how did this happen? I was the one who skipped Coachella. And then you go, well, you learned soft skills there, like how to network. And you go, nobody told me about the networking. I mean, out of these, you might as well take both if you're gonna take one. The better one, I do think, is Book of Tears of Belial, Eye of Belial, because it gives you double damage after your piercing shots. All right. There is a library. I'm happy to see that. We're gonna act as if this run is still like competitive, because I think it could be. The average player probably... Oh, that's pretty alright. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything anymore. I think I just stop taking Omega Penny. I remember the days when it was a high T item, and I think we're living in the past now. Not to say we should have taken the D100 necessarily, but oh my god, we're actually like hurting enemies. It's a new era. Yeah. Let's keep it up. We do want to hit the curse room. We're one guppy item away. It would be nice to live after hitting the curse room. And I think the most likely way to make that happen is like a doubled Book of Revelations or Satanic Bible. Another way to make it happen would be a Book of Revelations and a Satanic Bible on the library, but we'll have to see if that happens. We could be trying the double items. Like, the thing is, I don't think we benefit from a doubled rune bag, because most of the time we're not gonna pop a rune. We're just gonna hold a rune, and holding a rune means we don't necessarily need 2 runes. You know what I mean? So that worked out surprisingly well, because now we get this. We're gonna get Bookworm out of this as well. I just want to make sure we don't lose our shield when we do this. And we don't really need to pick up a double version of anything else. We'll just take Book of Secrets and pop it, and we'll take Book of Belial and not even pop it. So that's pretty good. I suppose we could have also taken one of the Book of Revelations charges into our curse room. That would have been actually much smarter. Oh, dude. A damage upgrade. That's what I get for complaining. Now it just looks like belly aching. What are you talking about? You got 15 damage. Yeah, like, but just slightly too late. Don't you see how the game's manipulating you? I was gonna say, now it's time to get the Guppy Dream. Nah, we're doing fine. We can still do Hush, and I feel like most people probably will. All that means is that we've got it in order to stay, you know, semi-competitive here. Infested. Speed down's not bad. 1.8 speed is still more than enough, and we'll take this. We know we're gonna get a deal with the devil. Compare this to like the speed at which we were killing basic rooms recently, and you'll see the general reason for my salt. So we're moving against permanent Polaroid invincibility because I'm thinking I've got the... Why not? I'm thinking I've got the goat head, so we're gonna have an opportunity to give up enough HP. Even if we don't get permanent Polaroid invincibility, it's not a huge deal. It's more important on runs where it seems like you might have a chance to actually die, which we're not really in that position, thankfully. So we're gonna try to put a rush on the order here and see if we can get to Hush. We really do have to get the Hush, because Hush opens up Delirium, and Delirium is the linchpin for getting a decent score on today's daily. I think we'll probably be top 300. That's my modest suggestion that I'm proposing. Swiftly. Yes, okay, so you get it? Alright, let's move along. That was bad. I stepped on red poop. Always gonna like Dry Baby. You know, I've always said, give me 2 Ables or give me no Ables. So I'm not too bummed by this. I also love getting, the broken stopwatch negative effect on a room like that, where there's no enemies whatsoever. Makes my life easy. That's actually not worth the points, I think. I think it's worth the points to... Wait, but... No. I think it's worth the points to fight Delirium. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Perthrow rune versus Temperance. We'd much rather have Perthrow. So keep in mind, after all this, we gotta deal with the devil. We gotta be very careful with what we take, because we do have to beat Hush. I should be checking Greedbutt, by the way, to see if we're... see if we've done enough dailies in order to be on the leaderboards. Because it's been like one of the best 31 days or whatever of dailies we've ever done. I'm still disappointed we're not actually, like, ranking. So we know we're gonna take a Thame. Oh, that's extremely lucky. I think I'm gonna pop him. There's no reason to pop 2. So we'll get to permanent Polaroid invincibility. Would you rather have a Thame with 5 luck or a 3rd level Meat Boy? I would rather have, well, let's think about this for a second, because there is a... I mean, with Crooked Penny... Let's go. We get a free Thame. And I think we should reroll everything else. Free Sack Dagger. Guppy Transformation. Free Headless Baby. We still got a battery charge. So we didn't get the mark out of it, but I think we didn't want to take the mark there regardless. Because our HP would have been 1 times 6. Like, not 6. It would have been 1 6 times, which is really bad. Alright, 1 second here. Dude, the saga of Dan trying to get the Rainbow Six group to play Fortnite is so good. So there's Unicorn Stump, an item we need for our completion, but can't really benefit from right now. Shoop to Whoop is just an exquisite item. But I don't know if we'll take it. We did finally, like, get vindicated with Omega Penny, but just hoping for, like, a devil card or something. What do we got here? Joker? Joker. There usually is a deal with the devil on these floors. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. Even if it kills us. I think we have 1 HP. So we'll buy this real quick. We could have tried to double it, but it's kind of high risk, high reward, you know? Is there anything that gives us any form of HP? That gives us invincibility. That's not really useful right now. I think we might wait a minute. Alright, let's give this a try. I'm a little scared. No, but the saga of Dan trying to get us to play Fortnite is so good. Austin is 100% opposed. Dan is 100% in. And then it's just like, I'm on the sidelines like, I'd rather play Rainbow Six, but Fortnite is also fine if you guys agree. I don't know. Not that anybody's particularly interested in the ins and outs of the... This is like as inside baseball gets, but it's just like... Every week, Dan's like, okay, I'll play Rainbow Six, but what if we do like 2 games of Fortnite? And I'm like, and Austin's like, no, and Dan's like, come on. I got nothing against 40. I'm just kind of... I don't want to necessarily make it about this, but Rainbow Six is, like, actually so much fun. It's actually, like, a great game as long as you don't get spawn peeked every 10 seconds. Not that Fortnite isn't, but I don't know, dude. I think I'm kind of battle royaled out for a couple months at least. It's nice to have, you know, like a half-hour-long recording sessions where it's abnormal to get 0 kills. That wasn't the case in Battlegrounds, and I don't know, Fortnite it's kind of iffy. It's a good sign that we're talking about something else during the daily right now. Because it usually means that the run is strong. And I would agree with that assessment at the present moment. No. No. Thing is, okay, we're good. I don't even know if we can get hit once, which is why I'm kind of like going through these stutter steps here. saw the gap. I'm seizing the gap. We're lucky we got 2 pretty flies and a sack dagger, but like... these are not easy dodges. Okay, that's great, because that would have been the worst possible time to mess this up. The moon. What's our other item? Dunce Cap? There's no way we're gonna be happy with Dunce Cap, but what if we take 2 Dunce Caps? I think it worked. So to compensate, oh lord, to compensate for that, I'm gonna take Bookworm. And you're gonna be like, why? Well, I think it's justifiable to have taken Bookworm in this situation. Or, sorry, to have taken Shoop the Whoop, because it gives us some guaranteed straight-ahead shooting. In Rocky terms, it gives us some hurting power. You got calcium deposits all over your joints. So we're gonna try this double Shoop the Whoop run, as ridiculous as it may or may not be. And our damage is just amazing. I will say, I think that it's plausible that you could spin Shoop the Whoop, or sorry, you could spin Wiz as a positive, given that we really never want to have line of sight with Hush if we can avoid it. And by Hush, I mean Delirium, of course. Alright, we got a luck and rate of fire increase there. It was actually a very timely black rune. Temperance. Okay, not very smart. Hagalaz is not what we're looking for. We really want Dagaz. I think, and you'll never hear me say this unless I believe it, I think there's a semi-realistic chance... Wow. That was when we hit multi-dimensional baby with it. I think there's a semi-reasonable chance that we actually could beat Delirium without getting hit. I wouldn't even come close to saying it's a guarantee. Oh, Algiz is so good. And actually, I mean, this is the right time for this to happen. I'm actually just gonna go off with what we got to begin with, because I think if I can just get in there and hit you with stuff like this, I could take off, like, you know, maybe 2/3 or 80% of your HP. Or maybe all of it. Wow, that was, like, way better than it had any right to be. So, in the end, I do think that this doubled Dunce Cap was actually exceptional for us. Now, we do have the opportunity. We have a choice. We could choose to fight everything else on the floor, or we could choose to leave. And I really think that, really, this comes down to a very simple kind of test. Do we think we're going to get hit more than 2 or 3 times? Actually, it comes down to 2 simple tests, because the other simple test is, do I care? Maybe I'd just like to provide, you know, some more entertainment here. Have you noticed... Oh, no, I didn't realize that the timer actually gets offset, or at least I never actively noticed the timer gets offset when you have the big map open. I don't have any even, like, joking form of OCD. But I'm kind of perturbed by it, I've got to admit. Death, lovers, judgment. We will roll a judgment. Because the other benefit is that we're getting more consumables as time goes on. In the end, after this whole run, I actually feel really pleased with today's daily. I do wish that not all of the strength was so backloaded, so we had a chance at boss rush, but... Dude, I mean, we killed Delirium faster than we've ever killed Delirium before, I think. We can't really benefit from Explosive Shot, except for Fate's Reward, but... Alright, so there's a hit. Well, maybe we don't do hits. I mean, we could have essentially afford to spend whatever we want. Because in the end, this has become one of the most powerful runs, I mean, essentially, like, ever. It's uniquely powerful as well. Rarely does Dunce Cap actually end up providing anything. So the fact that it's just so good right now, I mean, it's double Dunce Cap, but the fact that it's so good right now is a big surprise. Luck up. I don't know. What did I say? Top 300? I actually, in spite of the fact that we skipped out on more or less, I mean, what is it, like 4,000 points? In spite of the fact that there's 6,000 points, in spite of the fact that we had to skip out on that, I actually think I wouldn't be surprised if we're top 100. Like, we've got full consumables, more than full consumables, really. We put down a good time. Our damage penalty on this floor, well, on the whole run, I think is going to be lower than average. But especially on this floor. I mean, we should be sucking up the items with Black Rune. Calling me all of the time. Finally, hey. A trinket to replace the one that got us to 98 keys. Not to be confused with 98 degrees. The Lachey Bros band. You'll forgive me, but I don't see Finger killing anything that we're not already killing in one hit, you know? And I think we've gained, like, after Delirium, I think we've gained somewhere around, like, 600 points. So, I mean, I know this is what everybody comes to the dailies for. They're like, oh, Northernlion's so zany. I love to hear him talk about banal minutia, like the number of points he has in any given moment. But it's important to me, okay? I want you to relate to me on this. Because I spent years of Isaac reading comments like, NL's not very good, but at least he's entertaining. Look at me now. Mother fathers. Look at me now! And despair. Oh, I'm just beating myself up over picking up Mystery Sack. Let me out of this run. I'm ready. Now I've ascended. And I'm thinking it's time to build my very own Motown, because rappers be deprived of executive 9 to 5. Alright, I think we're done. So again, I'm not suggesting we're going to be top 50, but I wouldn't be surprised to see us be top 100. And I think we kind of earned it today. I mean, look at all the consumables that are just on the ground. Alright, how do we do? Moment of truth. Hey, 102. It's essentially top 100 once you purge the dirty cheaters. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.